Hello, this is Carolyn with Carolyn's Paper Therapy, and I am here this afternoon to share with you a journal that I've made from the Forever Friends collection from Shabby Art Boutique. This kit is available on her Etsy shop, and I'll put a link under the description of this video. I did one video before this using some of the papers and made some shaker tags, and they're included, some of them are included in this journal. And if you remember, I told you I was going to make a vertical journal and a horizontal, and I finished the vertical journal today, so I want to share it with you. I'm calling this one Friends for Life, and I don't know about you, but I have a few friends that I've had for life. I say for life since I was in the first grade. We moved to my hometown here when I was in the middle of the first grade, and my circle of friends developed around one particular friend who invited me to her birthday party in February, and this is where I met the core group of my friends that would follow me all through grade school, junior high, and high school, and we're still in touch today. So I'm blessed by Friends for Life. I have tied this close with some of my pretty sheer ribbon, and I use it quite a lot on these journals. It's maybe a tad bright, but I think it looks nice with these soft, subdued colors. I'm going to untie it and show you the cover, and we'll look inside. On the cover here, I made a shaker out of one of the wreaths, and I have cut out the center of it and put some acetate on there and the shaker little hearts inside. And then in addition to that, I used some of the paper that has the handwriting on it. I thought that looked very romantic and sweet. Some of my pretty white lace, heart, flowers, the Friends for Life, which is the title of the journal, some little pearls, and then my mother has given me quite a bit of stuff she used to make for many years. She made those beautiful beaded Victorian ornaments, and wow, were they beautiful. Someday I need to just get some pictures together and share them on here for all of you, because I know you would love what she's done. But she quit making those, so she gave me a whole big trunk full of stuff, and I pick and choose a little bit out of there, here and there. I won't live long enough to use it all, but I enjoy using little bits and pieces and mentioning it when I do. And this tassel was one of her tassels that she would put at the bottom of the ornaments, and I've just pinned it on with a little key on that bow. And I have cotton lace and various laces throughout this journal. I wanted some on the side, there's some on the bottom, and then when I bound the journal, I put additional piece here to add strength to the binding here. This is just cotton lace that I order from Amazon. It comes with like 6 or 8 different designs. You just order once and you get all these different ones, and I really like to use it. This little piece of trim here is from my mother's stash. It's sparkly. Most of her ornaments were all sparkly and shiny and pretty. She used beads and jewelry and all sorts of things. Okay, inside front cover, I used the postcard to make a pocket. This is half of a little doily with some of my white lace. And inside the pocket, I have this journal card. And I just put the teacup with flowers in it and a little piece of lace across to decorate that. These are all printed on the back so that they're pretty to write on. This tag, I just used a piece of lace and some little silk flowers as a tab. And then this is just one of the little file folder. I just left it blank for writing. And Over here, this page was printed with the limb and the flowers and the little girl on the swing. And so I took this large tag and cut out the center and sprinkled some little hearts, glittery hearts in there. All this glitter stuff I got from Dollar Tree. And there's acetate in there to hold all that in. And I decided to just glue that down on the page. And so she shows through the window in this tag. I trimmed it with the last piece I have of some really old lace that I've used quite a bit. And I'll miss it. I loved it. Can you imagine? I'm a crocheter, but I don't crochet this type of thing. Accentuated the corner here with the cluster of roses and some bling in the center of each one. On the next page, I've used the little friendship saying, "Your friendship is so precious to me." It has kind of like a little patchwork quilt frame around it, and I added some bling and made a pocket. And inside this pocket, I have, I sewed my ribbon to the binding. I'll have to get that out there. Okay. I just put this journal card or tag in there with some pretty recycled silk, hand-dyed silk ribbon. And then one of the wreaths with a little girl sitting in the grass. These are both can be written on. I'm all thumbs here for a second. I got all flustered. Okay. Now, over here, I took the little girl in the swing and I just kind of cut around her this way to make a side pocket. And in the side pocket, I have put this little friend card and another one of my tags. And I made several of these shaker tags, and I used the acetate, and I used vellum, and I used this netting tool. And I like the tool the best, and I think I have one that I made with a kind of a glittery tool, and I got that at the Dollar Tree also. And it comes in a big roll and it lasts forever. But this shows the design and behind and the little pieces a lot better than anything else. On this, I've taken some beads and a prism that was from my mother's stuff, and put it on here with a bulb clip. At the bottom, I just stenciled some lace on the bottom and added my white lace. Hang on a minute, my dog is trying to get back in his spot. There you go. I've got a great big standard poodle, and he's too big for my craft room here. He has to find a little spot that he can lay in. Okay. The next page, I took one of these collage kind of papers that was in the kit, and I left a tab on the side so that I could glue it down and flip it out. And then the tab showed, so I covered that with a piece of paper, cardstock that I had cut off of something else, and added some lace and turned that into a little tuck spot. And in the tuck spot, I put this, once in a while, you find a friend, and it feels like you've known each other forever. I have several friends like that. And then this is another one of my little shaker tags with the acetate. This comes from just packaging from things that I saved. And on the edge of this, I've used another piece of my mother's little glittery trim. After I finished putting things together, I went back and added some trim in before I wanted to show you all this. I have a book called Words of Life, and you may have seen it. It's kind of a gift book that people used to give people. I don't even know how old this is. 1966. I got one for a wedding gift, and then I picked up another one in an antique mall. So I occasionally go through. It has little topics and poems and quotes and stuff in it. And so I pulled out some of the friendship quotes and put in this journal. This one says, "Friendship cannot be permanent unless it becomes spiritual. There must be fellowship in the deepest things of the soul, community in the highest thoughts, sympathy with the best endeavors." I've just accented it with my little girl in the wreath, the other half of that doily, a piece of hand-dyed green lace, and some little roses. On this page, I made a pocket out of this card that says, "Sometimes all you need is tea time with a friend." And I put a tag in there. I had to cut down the size of it, and I glued a rose at the top for a pull. At the bottom here, I've kind of angled one of the hearts, the words "blessed," and a butterfly. Again, I've put lace on the edge, sticking out past the edge, and some of that little glittery trim of my mother's. This is the center of the book, and I tied it together in 3 places, bound it together by poking 3 holes and threading the thread through to hold everything together. I made a pocket here out of this friend card with bling on the corners, and inside is one of the little friendship folders, like the journal that I made, only I didn't decorate all the pages. I left them for writing. And this is just papers that I had, book pages, and a little doily, and I just stapled it together, and then on the outside I put this piece of trim down the edge to cover the staples. So that gives some good writing space. This page had this printed on it down here at the bottom, so I thought I would leave this space for writing, and I just used some lace and the 3 roses and the word "besties." This is one of the pockets that came in the kit. I had to cut it down a little to fit this journal. And I stamped at the top just some words. Inside the pocket, I have a postcard. And since the typewriter was there typing the letter "Dear Friend," I wanted to stick it in there so that the stamp shows. A little journal card. And on this journal card is another friend saying that says, "A friend is one to whom one may pour out all the continents of one's heart, chaff and grain together, knowing that the gentlest of hands will take and sift it, keep what is worth keeping, and with a breath of kindness blow the rest away." And I have some white lace down here at the bottom, vintage lace, and then my little lace trim I got from Amazon. This was printed on this page, and so I used one of the little pockets that came in the kit, and I made a little shaker pocket on it with the netting, with the tulle, excuse me, and a wreath. And inside the pocket, I just tucked a long, slender little tag, and then this little journal card. This is an envelope from one of Carrie Ann's other kits. I wanted to make it a flip out. So I decorated it with this Friends, which I think is from the mini kit that Carrie Ann designed. I just put some lace on here and then put this Friends bingo card and a butterfly. And this flips open, and inside the envelope is a journal card. I used a piece of paper left over from cutting off of something to trim this with my lace and 3 roses. And then this is another one of the collage large journal cards that came with the kit. This page here has let's see, a pocket. It's made out of one of the little journal cards that had a blank space in the middle with the patchwork around the edge. And so I cut out another Friend saying out of my book, put the little bouquet of flowers with some lace trim on it, and inside the pocket is one of the little journal cards, collage type journal cards, and the word loved ticket with the little trim on it. This is my white lace I got from Amazon, and this is some pretty trim from my mother. On this page, I used the teacup with the flowers to make kind of a tuck spot. And in it, I have a little booklet to write in. And a little saying about having tea. Let's see. Life is like a teacup to be filled to the brim and enjoyed with friends. And then another little ticket. This pretty lace down the side, and then this is some more trim that my mother gave me. This page I thought I'd just leave for writing. I just love this design. And this is some trim for my mother also. On this inside back cover, I have taken one of my tags, shaker tags that I made, and I have tied a bow in the top of it, and then I glued it down so it'd be a side pocket. And then I decided to attach one of the tiny little shaker tags with a bulb clip and one of my little Made with Love hearts. And inside this pocket is the word blessed, a teacup, and a typewriter. I think I missed this page. I wanted to read this to you, and I missed this page. On this page, I had cut out a saying out of the book called True Friendship. And I thought it was really nice, so I'm going to read it. To have a friend is to have one of the sweetest gifts that life can bring. To be a friend is to have a solemn and tender education of soul from day to day. A friend gives us confidence for life. A friend makes us outdo ourselves. A friend remembers us when we have forgotten ourselves or neglected ourselves. He takes loving heed of our health, our work, our aims, our plans. A friend may praise us, and we are not embarrassed. He may rebuke us, and we are not angered. If he be silent, we understand. It takes a great soul to be a good friend, a large, steadfast, and loving spirit. One must forgive much, forget much, forbear much. I think that's beautiful. Accented the corner here with the rose. Over here, this was printed on the page, and you probably don't remember, but I used some of Carrie Ann's papers that I had left, and I need to do this again because I'm running out. And I have a die cut that cuts out this butterfly. It's in 2 pieces, and all these teeny little leaves and flowers. And I did a video showing how I did these, and I made several so that I could reach in my stash and put something really special in a journal every now and then. And this has everything is separate, little leaves, little flowers, stickles in the center of each flower, and then down the center of the butterfly's body. And then I just added a little tab here and 3 pearls. So that's all of the journal. It's filled to the max with plenty of writing space and lots of sweet things. If you want to give this to a friend, and which I will do, will be very meaningful to that person. And I always like to attach the ribbon. I just attached it on the back here by gluing it down with these 3 roses, so that the ribbon stays attached to the journal. It could always be cut off if the person didn't want it on there, but I think it looks so pretty to tie it closed for display. These look pretty just laying on a table. So there we go. I have the horizontal one to make next, and I'll get busy on that in the next day or two and share that with you. Remember, every day's a gift. I spent this entire day in here putting this all together so I could share it with you before the day was over. And I hope you will enjoy this video and be inspired by what you see here. I think my designs are very basic, but I love the way they turn out, and I love to give them to friends. And so I hope they inspire you to do the same. So always look for the joy in every day and share it with everyone you meet along the way. And have a good evening, and I'll be back before you know it. I'll see you soon.